unconditional love to all life everywhere. It's Olo, Thoth, code in the cosmos, sending you heart, love, and energy. Today's topic is creativity. I would like to point out that we are all creating all the time. Some of us are doing it unconsciously, some of us are doing it consciously. What I mean by that is when you're creating consciously, you're creating out of this place of love and peace and good intention. And when we are miscreating, we are creating from the ego, out of fear, out of hate, out of guilt, out of shame and ignorance. So please choose to create consciously with love, because we need that at this point in time and in every point of time. To create anything, we need inspiration and motivation. So, ways to inspire yourself is by deeply listening to that music that you love, gazing deeply into the paintings that you love, and paying attention and really being vigilant for the beauty of all of the creations that we are surrounded by. Like nature is a beautiful creation that we can draw inspiration from. Ways I inspire myself is I watch some YouTube videos on spirituality and things like that, because that's what I'm interested in, that's what I want to create. And as well as going for walks in nature and just admiring the beauty of nature and the beauty of art and music and anything else that you find to be beautiful. So I hope that this video inspires and motivates you to do something like this yourself, whether it be create a painting or write a song or a poem or a book, a story. It could be really anything, guys. It could be something that takes some intelligence as well, rather than just the right brain, the artistic side of our brain. You can also use the logical side of your brain to create solutions for the problems on this planet, and that is a great thing and equally as valuable. So try and find balance within the two hemispheres of your brain and continue to create. I wrote down will, have a strong life force, and what is the message that you are sending? So if you want to become more creative, it takes effort at first. To form any new habit, it takes effort at first. If you are sitting on the couch watching TV wishing that you would be creating something, you have to snap out of it in the moment that you're in. Even if it's just one idea, like you're watching TV and you're like, oh, I wish I was painting right now. Just, get one of these things or a notebook, write down your ideas, or get one of these little tape recorders and say to yourself, make a painting, record it, I'm gonna do that right now because I want to make a painting. Create a painting and take notes on ideas of what to paint. You know what I mean, guys? Because if you listen to that later, you might just be in the mood to paint at that point. So you have to repeat and get out of your comfort zone and put some effort into it at first. And when you do that and repeat this process, it just becomes a habit and becomes natural and becomes effortless. So that's what I'm doing right now with myself. I am willing to be more creative as far as making videos, writing songs, writing books, anything that will contribute to healing this planet, because that's my intention. It is a loving intention. So will it, will to create. Do you have a strong life force is the question, because if you do have a strong life force, like nature, like these trees, like plants, like life that is thriving, you have to be healthy. Health is a factor of this. You have to be healthy, you have to be strong, and you have to nurture yourself and your whole system. Mental stimulation is important as well. So do some research on how to strengthen your life force energy, because this will contribute to some amazing creations. Because you have to think about what the message is that you want to send. And if you want to send a message of love, which I hope that you do, you have to find the elixir for your creativity. In other words, you have to find that love within yourself in order to share it. And you also have to share it in order to have it within yourself. That's a spiritual principle. That is true. So, what is the elixir of your creativity? You have to question this, and you have to try and make it pure. I wrote down the essence of your creations. Is it eternal? Well, the essence of your creations is eternal. So, if you are a painter, for example, and you sell your paintings, are you attached to those paintings? Is the question, because that could create some suffering if you're having trouble letting go of your own work, or even if your paintings get stolen or destroyed. You have to realize that the gift that you put onto that paper, onto that canvas, is eternal and is forever sent to the universe for everyone to draw inspiration and love from. So that essence you have to keep alive. If your art gets destroyed, you cannot become upset. You have to find that center within yourself that is unswayable, in order to protect the reality of your art, which is the essence. Because if you keep that essence pure and you do not become disappointed when your art is destroyed, you can draw from that essence, that elixir, and create new art from that place of love continually. Nothing can stop you when you are aware of love's presence and the essence of spirit. So don't become attached to your art. Give it freely and don't withhold your gifts, because it should give you joy to give a gift, a true gift. When creating, you should do it for fun. You shouldn't do it for money. You shouldn't do it for people impressing others or any of that, any of the shouldn't do it for attention, you know. That's all ego. It's all ego. So just do it for fun, and you'll become so much better at it as well if you just do it for fun. If you're a bad artist, for example, pick up some crayons or some oil pastels or a pencil or whatever you have and just create something just for fun. See what happens, you know. Try new things. Keep an open mind, you know. Maybe it'll be very therapeutic and healing for you to just put a paintbrush on a piece of paper and make it colorful. You know, do it for fun. And say you were successful with painting but very unsuccessful with music. Well, if you love music more, you should do what you love rather than what you're best at. Often this never happens though, because often what you're good at is what you enjoy, and that's just how it works most of the time. But I just want, in case this comes up, I would like to urge you to grow in what you love doing, because you love it for a reason, you know. So hold on to that. Never look back and never question it. Just keep going, keep growing, and keep improving, and keep sharing. Just do it for fun. With creating, it all begins with the mind. It all begins with one idea. So at this point in the video, I was actually planning to talk about this thing, the tape recorder, which doesn't have a tape, so I don't know if it's called a tape recorder. It's just kind of a voice recorder, because it's digital or whatever. It's not with a tape. But pick up one of those, and then the next step, like, you have to look at it like fractals. It's like a tree, you know, like, you know, if you look at a pine tree, just the tiny little part of, you know, there's a branch, and then there's the tiny little pieces that come off of the branch. It starts with that. That's this thing. It's just for ideas. It's just for vague ideas. This is what I do, at least. And I would recommend that you guys try it. And then you start, you know, this begins with one idea. So I wrote, what did I say again? Create a painting. Well, then you could write down, you know, all of your ideas for what you want to share through that painting. This is just an example. I could use the example of a video as well. I literally used this thing and just said, video idea on creativity, and then I expanded on it. You know, I'm making a video on it. That's the tree. And, you know, like, this is the branch. This is the tinier branches. You know, what is the earth? What is the bigger picture of things? Maybe it's me making a movie or a collage of videos or a website or a book or something, or many books. What is the whole picture of it? It is my whole being. That is what it is. So I'm trying to urge you guys to become your best self. and expand on your great ideas instead of just keeping them in the back of your mind and forgetting about them, you know? The next thing I wrote down is set time aside for creating. Well, you're already setting time aside for creating. You're creating something all the time. Whether you're working at a pizza shop like I am, I'm creating pizza. I'm creating moments with people while I give them the pizza. You know, I'm creating human interaction and communication. What else am I creating, you know? I don't feel like I'm creating to my fullest potential working at a pizza place, and that's why I'm trying to focus on what I love doing more and growing in those areas until, first of all, my message gets out there. Second of all, I start making a living from it so that I can quit my 9-to-5 job and live my dreams, you know? Be a musician, be a public speaker, be a scribe of books, you know, be all of these things. So I wrote down, being creative leads to your true destiny. So this is very true. But often people don't know what their destiny is. Our destiny is really, there's really love and heaven in this moment. Everything that is born from that is very creative and is not miscreating. So in the spiritual, your destiny is to reach nirvana. On the level of form or this world, your destiny is to tap into love and to create from that place of love, the elixir of creativity that is pure. So what I was talking about, you know, being a writer, being a video dude, being a being a musician and all these things, public speaker, that is what I feel my destiny is on the level of form. And I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to keep going, guys. Like, I'm not going to ever stop and be proud of myself for my achievements. I'm never going to do that. You know, I'm not going to, like, dismiss that fulfillment that I feel from achieving something, but I'm not going to be proud of myself and say, wow, what a great person I am to have made a video. I'm going to take a break. Like, what break am I taking? A break is just creating something else. You know, if I took a break right after this video, felt really fulfilled from making this video, and just went and watched TV, what am I creating? I'm just creating a little bit in my mind. I'm just being created by the show that I'm watching. Maybe it inspires me, maybe there's a bright side to everything, but there are things that we can do when we feel tired and things that we can do when we feel very energetic. If we feel energetic, we could go for a run, we could go for a hike, we could experience life, you know, to the fullest. You can organize a festival, you know, why not? Why can't you do that? Why can't I do that? Just organize a festival when you're really energetic. And when you're feeling tired, like, one thing I do is I wire wrap crystals. You know, you're just sitting on the couch, you just wire wrapping crystals. You know, instead of being on your phone sharing memes or whatever, you know, like, I'm not here to point fingers. I'm just here to try and assist you guys in being more creative from that place of love, because you are creating all the time and you're leading by example all the time and you're teaching others all the time through what you are creating or miscreating. So being creative leads to your true destiny. And then my last point, or my second to last point, I suppose, is the revolution. So I want you guys to step into your purpose and your destiny and just keep going. Never look back and never stop to be proud of yourself for your achievements. Just keep improving on this level of form, because what end is there? There is no end in how big you can be, how influential you can be, how loving and sharing you can be. There is no end to that. There are levels of this, you know? It's not that you are wholly giving or you are wholly not giving. It's not really like that. It's kind of like money in that it's like numbers, actually. It's like, I feel like a wise thing to do is say that I'm at number 1 right now. I don't mean that I'm the best. I don't mean that at all. I mean that I'm at number 1, and some people are at 1,000,000 for their level of productivity and creations and working hard and being themselves. There are some people that are way up there compared to me. And really, we shouldn't make comparisons, you know, but if it inspires you, I don't see why not, you know. But the negative side of comparing yourself to others is you can feel discouraged, or you can feel on top of everyone else. That's pride. And what I want you guys to do is be humble with where you're at and try and be better than you were yesterday, every day. Just be your best self and do a little more every day. And soon you'll have the perfect life. You know what I mean? So follow your destiny, and we're all in this together. So I'm trying to inspire you guys to be more creative. And I don't know if it's working or not, but I'm trying my best and I'm not going to give up. This video is, you know, I'm not proud of this video. I feel like I can improve. And if you guys can help me improve, I would really appreciate that as well. Some positive criticism would go a long way. But please just begin to share your work and find some new hobbies, try some new things, stay open-minded, and get out of your habitual patterns and start creating as much as you can. Because this world needs a revolution, and if you don't see that, then I suggest that you start researching on the state of the world, because it's pretty bad right now, guys. So we need a revolution. And I'm ready to step into my destiny. Are you ready to step into yours? I hope so. I know you are ready. And if you feel discouraged, you don't feel the confidence, you don't have the high self-esteem, then work on yourself first. Find that love, find that elixir for creativity. Because enlightened beings that love completely, that is something you can do all the time. Beings that are enlightened are very, very, very creative. Like people like Jesus. He just went into the middle of his town and started talking, and people listened. You know, Buddha was the same thing. He was very, very creative. All of these beings shared something from, you know, through their body, from spirit, from love, and expressed it as a human being. That's what they call a bodhisattva, I believe, which means a supreme human being. a being that is channeling God or spirit or love. So let's fucking start this revolution, take our home back, you know? Like, we need some leaders that love. We need many of them too. We need leaders that love until everyone loves and we don't need a leader anymore. How about that? Sounds good to me. How about you? You know, pound it. I know you can't pound it. I'm fucking on a video right now, but whatever. I'm gonna write you or read you guys a poem to finish off the video, just to show you one of my creations. And this is not my best work, I would say, but I wanted to share this poem with you specifically because it might inspire you to go and find inspiration, if that makes sense. And also, poetry, this is a poem. Poetry is something I love to do, but I'm not very good at it. But I'm just gonna keep doing it because I love it, and eventually I'm gonna get good at it, and it's gonna be awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy my poem. It's called The Sage. In the wind where seagulls swim in the sky, in meadows with fragrances the sage abides, I now cannot help but think of God, the creator of beauty, strength, and law. When the whirlwind sways, I feel the magic, the creative energy of a simple stick. The wind again swirls, and I write from this moment, the magic of nature played out like a sonnet. I now cannot help but think of God, the creator of beauty, strength, and law. Dancing in drum's vibration dwells the sage, and God within his heart through the ages. The age of now and the age of all, the fragrance of love in this now of all. Okay. Unconditional love to all life everywhere. I hope you guys enjoyed, feel inspired, feel like you can be yourself. I'm holding space for you guys to be your true selves. I hope you really know that you have permission from spirit, from yourself, to be yourself. You know, so continue to be creative and find that love if you haven't already. Just continue to be creative and inspire others. Let us begin this great awakening, this great love revolution. Thank you.